what would be the minimum amount of cash it would take to get this fabulous item from your hot little hand?
225, 250.
So okay, so for $250. What is the exact name of the show?
Palos Verdes show at St. Francis Episcopal Church. The reason we call it the Palos Verdes show is because all the dealers refer to it as the Palos Verdes show. They didn't refer to it as St. Francis because the dealers all refer to a show by the location.
How old is this show?
1969 was the first show.
Now, what is your name?
I'm Albertine Bellows.
What is your relationship with this show?
Chairman.
You're the chairman. Now, how many years have you been the chairman? So she's been the chairman for about 20 years. And so I was wondering about how many dealers are at this show.
We have 28 booths and there are 25 dealers.
We've got some buyers, so I'll be right back.
I'm in the space of Ann Slater. I'm at the Palos Verdes show, and she has some exceptional Majelica plates. And the one with the fish over there, how much do you want for that one? Yes, the fish one. That's what everyone's been talking about.
$225.
How old would you say it is?
I'd say it's from the 1880s and it's English Majelica.
Yes, the cockatoo.
That's $158.
It's $158 for that proud cockatoo. Now, how old would you say it is?
It's also 1880s.
And I'm still in Ann Slater's booth, and boy, she is all geared up for the 4th of July, and she has this fabulous collection of patriotic postcards. Now, why don't you tell me about one or two of these?
Well, these were popular in the early 1900s.
And I see that one there. It looks like some sort of an Indian with an eagle there. The eagle is keeping an eye on the Indian, make sure there's no uprisings. And then I see some guy. He's looks like he's shaking hands with Uncle Sam. Now, who do you think the other guy is? He looks like one of the founding fathers or something.
I'm sure he is, but I don't know who he is.
Okay, he is what is known as the unnamed founding father. Boy, I'm talking to Gary, and Gary what'd you get back from?
I was back on the East Coast for 9.5 weeks.
9.5 weeks.
Buying and selling trip.
And
it was great. It was my best trip by twice.
Would you have any of the stuff that you...
A lot of stuff.
Well, point to something and tell me about it.
Let's see. I got some great carnival.
Okay. So tell me about one of the pieces of carnival glass that you got back there.
This one.
Okay.
Hot and Vine plate. I bought this in Tulsa, Oklahoma last Thursday from a man.
Get it out of the light there. I can't.
Yes.
Okay. It kind of destroys the beautiful look of it. So how much do you want for it?
$1,000. It's fantastic.
So it is about 1937, 38, or
1907 to 1930. This might go in my collection.
This may make the famous Gary collection.
Yeah.
When was the last thing that you added something to your collection?
Oh, it's been about a week.
Oh.
$200. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's got the stag and holly. It's kind of Christmas oriented, they said,
Yeah.
because of the holly
I
pattern.
see. Okay. So it's not the colors that
The colors make a difference.
make a difference, but you're also talking about the design too, though.
The design, yes.
Yeah.
The pattern's very important. The base color's very important, and then the iridescent is very important. Star 24 Imperial, 1907 to 1930. Wow. I spent a few $1,000s buying glasses in this trip, and once a couple times.
Yes, that one there. What's the story behind that? Oh, look at that.
Pumpkin marigold.
What happened to it? Did it get
Oh,
did
God,
it get
probably in the fire at my house.
overheated on the way over here? Oh
Pumpkin
my God!
marigold.
Are you gonna make a
Hand
big
grip plate.
discount
This is
for
a hand-
that?
I would to you. Actually,
So-
I'm going to charge you more. 'Cause
So,
you're gonna,
how old would you say this is?
this one, Northwood,
Yes,
1910, 1915.
1910, 1915. Who made it?
Northwood.
So, a company called Northwood.
Yes,
And
out of
what?
Wheeling, West Virginia.
How much did you say this was?
$275.
Oh, it's gonna be worth 500 at least. I was wondering about
Hand grip plate.
hand gripped plates. So is this a typical thing? Because I've never
No.
actually seen one of these things.
Atypical,
I
no.
thought this was a flaw or something
No,
that you
it's-
just
yeah,
grabbed
they
on
have
it.
like this hand grip so they could serve candy at meals.
Okay, it's ice blue. Now, how old did you say this was?
Same, Northwood. Northwood did their pastels in the early teens, a lot of it.
Okay, in their early teens, and this is a
1910.
Northwoods.
Yeah.
And so, what's this selling for? About 3 1/4. How much is that? $1,200. So why this one here? It doesn't have the beautiful
how the
bright
market
colors.
has developed to be. I know. See now, one of those with bad color probably be $100 for that. With lousy color,
This
good
is-
color.
this is
$200.
fantastic color.
This one, these bring about $800 to $1,200, and this is a very pretty one, so it's a little bit up on the price range.
Okay. Here at the Palos Verdes show, and I'm talking to one of the icons of the industry. Now, what is your name, young lady?
Diane Silliman,
Diane Silliman. Would you spell your last name, please?
Silliman.
Okay. Now, what's the name of your business?
Laces and Graces.
Laces and Graces.
Running to the bank.
Not this one. I'm getting.
We were talking about your business here. Now, you're in the linen,
Basically linens.
linens and laces and things like that.
And trims and a few tchotchkes and anything I find, put
No.
a little bit of everything in.
Now, in addition to doing this show, what are the other shows you do?
I do Round Top in Texas.
Okay.
I do Del Mar. I do Chico.
Chico, I don't know about Chico. What is that?
Chico is up north above Sacramento. It's a little show, but it's a nice show.
Okay.
It's in February. I do Auburn.
So tell me about that tablecloth right there.
That one is Old Battenberg. It's
It's an old Battenberg. Is that what you said?
Battenberg. It's made here in the United States.
Now, what does Battenberg mean? Is that a specific? Is that a brand or a generic kind of?
I believe
linen?
it's a German. They brought this trade over by from Germany.
Okay, so how old would you say this is?
Probably from the late 1800s.
And how much do you want for it?
About 75. That made in the Victorian time.
So these are Victorian bead
Made of
flowers.
Flowers. They didn't have flowers in the winter and fall,
Uh-huh.
and so they made beaded flowers, just like the Indians made their things.
And what exactly is it that we're looking at?
Well, we're looking. This one is a piano shell. They were made between 1918 and 1943.
1918, 1943. So this one you would say is made roughly 1930 or so?
Probably.
And how much do you want for it?
This one is 140.
We're at the Palos Verdes show in the booth of veteran dealer Walter Lamb, who specializes in Oriental art. He's going to show us an item that he has been hiding from the general public. Now he's pulling it out very carefully because it's very old and delicate.
It's a Nesky.
It's a Netsky.
Right.
Now, what is a netski?
Netski is a little toggle they use to hang together with a sash called inrow. Technically, they call medicine box too. I show you what they are for the whole gadget.
Now, how old is this netski?
They are from 1920, 1930,
Oh, okay.
but they are wonderful. They call it the whole gadget. It's like that. That's the function of Netski. Everyone have two holes that somewhere can attach to. See? That's the function of it. So you can take it as a group, and so this is a Netski and Ojimi and Inro.
Okay. Now, how much is this selling for?
Which one?
Well, how much is the samurai selling for?
The Samurai is $2,200.
Okay.
This one is $2,800.
Okay, and how about this?
This one is $3,500. The whole thing. This is a really old Netski on there too. This is Ojimi.
Now, Walter, how long have you been doing this?
35 years.
About 35 years. And where are you from?
I born in China, raised in Hong Kong.
Where in China were you born?
Taiwan, Formosa. Across the Strait of Formosa, a little province called Fukien Province.
Okay, so you're from Fukien Province in China.
Yeah,
And-
Fukien.
And what part of Hong Kong? From Kowloon or where?
I'm in the Hong Kong island, Hong Kong side. Kowloon Peninsula, the Hong Kong side, little island.
When did you come to America?
1971.
1971. And how long have you been engaged in buying and selling antiques in the
35 years.
United States? What did you do? What did you do back then in China?
I used to sell men's clothing.
Hollywood. Okay, I'm here at the Palos Verdes show, and I'm talking to, what is your name, young lady?
Valerie Bates.
Valerie Bates. And now Valerie has an incredible item here. Now, you were telling me that this is a special kind of a game. What kind of a game is this?
It's General Grant's marble game. It got that name because he was never without his marble game. It's the original marble solitaire. It originated in England about 200, 300 years ago.
Wow.
Now, the thing that's fun about this one, it has the Bennington type marbles. They would throw pots for the lady of the house, and they would throw the marbles for the children.
Wow.
So there's
Okay.
Bennington type. We say they're Bennington type because
Okay.
they're not. They're
So
not
since this was General Grant, I assume this had to be made sometime before the Civil War. Is that right?
with this particular one,
So how old
no,
is...
it just got called General Grant's marble game. I would
Oh.
say it's about 1890.
And how much, Valerie, would it take to get this from your
this
hot
one?
little hands? Yes.
This is 198. That's this, 1857.
So you have, look at that incredible spice box. So let me see here. Let me touch the wood. This
And it's
feels
all
feels
complete.
like this must be pre-Civil War. Is that
That's
right?
exactly
Now,
right.
now what?
1857.
1850. Now, how do you know this goes back to 1857?
Well, I've done my research.
Uh-huh.
I know when the company was making these. They made,
So, how much in hard cold cash, young lady, would it take to get this incredible item from your hot little hands today at this show?
at this show, I give it to you for $395.
Okay, so for $395, I can be part of pre-Civil War history.
That's right.
Now, what is the name of your business?
Sugar and Spice Antiques.
Sugar and Spice Antiques. And what city are they located in?
Whittier.
In Whittier, California. And what is your name, young lady?
Valerie Bates.
Valerie Bates.